Welcome back to episode 2.
We've lost track already. We're only
God.
second episode in.
What are we like?
You've had a baby, you've got an excuse.
I know,
I
it's
haven't
mum
really
brain,
got
isn't
one.
it?
Yeah.
Actual thing.
Actually is.
Anyway, so today we have got on the Wedding House Droitwich.
Yeah. Now, we've been trying to make this happen for ages, and I feel like we've had a little bit of resistance. Have you been a bit shy?
No, I just don't know why it didn't happen. Like, just time, isn't it?
I think it was just dates.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
busy, but we are so excited to have you guys on because we love what you do. We've seen loads of your work and it is amazing. So yeah, we're excited. And you guys are in for a treat because anything that these girls don't know about styling isn't worth knowing, because I feel like we've got a lot of stuff to get through today. We have. Yeah, it's very, very, very exciting. So if anyone's literally just got engaged, it's the first thing they ever listen to. What is a wedding stylist? Like, what do you guys do?
So we can provide anything from a small amount of decor to a fully styled package to transform your wedding ceremony, breakfast. But it's not all just about the items. It's about where they're put and what colours they go together and all that sort of stuff. So
it's kind of setting the theme, is it? For
yeah.
the day, really?
Yeah, like reflecting your personality, your venue.
Yeah.
Styling is really subjective to like where you're getting married and really what you want. And I think when you first meet a stylist, you've got to know how much you want to do yourself, and we're not precious about that. We're always happy to let couples have their own personality and do a bit
really
themselves.
Good. I like that.
That's really good. So if you want to do like 50% and then you
Yeah.
provide 50%, you haven't got to like commit to everything.
No, and that's one of the things I think we try and be a little bit unique about.
definitely.
Because there is always Aunt Sally that wants to do a bit of flowering or make a cake
cute.
or make something.
Yeah.
And a lot of brides do want to get involved a little bit as well. So I definitely think with styling, we are quite open to that, aren't we? And
We're very flexible, yeah. So I
That's
think
good.
that's really important.
I think it's like a bit of a sense of achievement as well, isn't it? If it's your wedding and you're like, oh yeah, I made that.
Yeah.
Or I've spent hours doing that. Like, and it's also quite nice, I guess, as a couple, the bonding in the run up to the day. But I'd be one of those that would be like, right, I'll do 10%. Can you girls do 90? Because I think I trust the experts.
Yeah.
and that's what makes it look professional, even with your 10%,
Yeah.
and then a bit from us, it just makes everything brought together.
Yeah, that's
It
really,
makes it
really
look
nice.
Now,
professional.
Laura, you had a stylist, didn't you?
Well, I kind of did. I got married in 2017, so nearly 9 years ago. And there was these two girls, they were sisters, and they'd set up a new styling company. And they did like this competition where you could win some like money off your styling. So I had them for mine. We didn't have loads of stuff because again, I was quite like DIY. I did a few bits myself, but they did like a flower arch for us. They did a little bit of like floral decoration inside, stuff like that. And then some shepherd's hooks. Do you remember that?
yeah.
The shepherd's hook with the lanterns. That was my era. So they were shepherd's hooks and lanterns up the aisle. So that's what they did. So I kind of had a bit. I didn't have loads.
So I didn't have any.
No.
I think, but I feel like now looking back, like I think I looked at it and was like overwhelmed with it.
Yeah,
I
same.
was like, oh my God, what do I need?
Yeah.
So what would you say is kind of like the basic?
Well, I would say if you are thinking of like having styling, you need to determine how much you want. But I would say even if you don't want a lot, you've got to start with something like a statement piece, like an arch is always really good.
Yeah.
Because again, like being a celebrant, it gives you a feature.
It does.
It gives you somewhere to stand.
Definitely.
It gives you a focal point, and massively it can be reused. So it can be a ceremony piece.
Yeah.
It can be behind the top table, or it can be moved to the entrance.
Yeah.
So I think you've got to establish how much decor you want, and I definitely think you need some decor. Like no matter what venue you've got, you need some decor.
Yeah.
So it's just establishing what you want, where you want it. But that's what Amy really is great at, because you just bring it all together for people, don't you?
Yeah, I suppose it's mostly what venue they've got booked is a massive part of what they're having, and some venues need it more than others. don't they, as well?
What would you say? Like, what kind of venues are the ones that maybe need more? So if someone's listening to this and they've booked, I don't know, a barn.
Yeah, again, it depends on the type of barn. Like the mill barns, it's gorgeous. But it's quite a big space.
Yeah.
It's got really tall ceilings. You want to sort of fill the room a little bit. It's got like the big foyer to fill. You want flowers when you walk in. Then you've got perhaps Corridine, which is a bit more rustic.
Yeah.
It's got a bit more in terms of characteristics about it. So
Yeah.
it's lower ceilings. And
Yes.
people are always a little bit more nervous about filling it as,
Too much.
Yeah.
And then we do have people that come to us that get married at village halls and sports
Yeah.
clubs, like their local social clubs.
Yeah.
And then I would say, like, where you spent like a little bit less on a venue,
Yeah.
sometimes you just need to spend a bit more on decor. Because,
Yeah, like that.
you want to hide those pictures of the sports clubs or the brownie board or whatever.
Yes.
And that's sometimes what we can do is like drape a wall and it just looks totally different.
Yeah.
That's such a good idea.
That's so cool.
So,
Yeah. So,
yeah.
what sort of hints and tips then? Bits like wall draping and
It depends, like how basic your venue is, doesn't it? Like some venues you want to hide things.
Yeah.
If you've got like a venue that is a village hall, social club, you want to hide a few things. Of course you do. There's cork boards, information boards, that sort of thing. If you've got a purpose-built wedding venue, it's just about putting your personality in there.
Yeah.
You don't need to hide anything. You don't need to start. You've got a blank canvas. You just build on it. So then it's like what colours you like. What style are you going for? Rustic? Are you going?
Yeah, and a lot of it's just educating people what they can do with the space. Oh, I could put something in the ceiling. I didn't know I could do that. I could put something up above, or and if I put something in the ceiling, I might have something lower on the table, or it's just trying to sort of show people different ways of.
Yeah, and we do find that people are overwhelmed with decor. So
100%. I would have been definitely.
Yeah. So Amy's worked really hard over the last couple of years, and when we get to know a venue, we make a package based on that venue.
Oh,
so if you came to me and said we're getting married at this venue, quite often if it's in our area, we'll have like a package, and it'll be like spaces in the venue that work really well and like what we'd recommend. And it doesn't mean you have to have it, but it almost works as a checklist as well.
That's it. Because I sometimes think, like, when my couples come to me and they go, well, what do other couples do? And I sometimes am a bit like wary of saying that, because I'm like, I don't want them to feel like their wedding's the same as all the others. But actually, I think couples quite like it. I think they like that advice, because they are starting from scratch. And we said this in the last episode, didn't we? It's very easy with us as suppliers to presume that a newly engaged couple know it, but they don't.
The amount of times they come in and go, obviously I've not done this before. Like, what do I need? What should I do? So that's a good starting point. And they might have seen that as well, so they can sort of go, oh yeah, and then we can show them what bits work where and different colours, and suddenly they just feel a lot more at ease because they can almost see it coming together. That's nice. And we do show them a lot of stuff at their venue that they've chosen, and they're like, oh yeah, and they feel a lot more relaxed.
It's visually seeing it.
It's visual,
definitely,
massively.
What that arch is going to look like in that ceremony space.
How it's going to look. And what would you say then? Like, what stage of wedding planning do you need to think of, like, your theme or your colour scheme? Is that right from the start?
No, I don't think so. I think it definitely works on what venue you've got.
Yeah.
Go by what venue. And then we find a lot of people, if they decide too early, they might change their mind. So it's almost like it comes a bit more naturally, doesn't it? You have a theme depending on your venue, but then it all comes together. Some people are 6 months, some people are 2 years.
Yeah.
It's so varied.
Yeah.
But a lot of people will change things quite last minute as well, don't they? Have a bit of a
sometimes it can all be about the bridesmaid's dress colour, and people pin so much onto that. And they work off this dress colour, and they haven't even got the dresses at the point they might come and see us.
Yeah, that's true.
So then they base it on, say, a certain colour, and then they go to the bridesmaid's dress shop. That doesn't work. And that's okay, because we can either make it work and we can do a few colours. Yeah. You don't have to have everything the same colour. Or we can just change it.
Yeah, and you can adapt.
So I always say, like, don't hold it. Like, don't, just because you've been to see us and you picked a colour and then things don't go to plan, doesn't mean you're stuck with that decor choice.
Yeah.
Come back and see us, bring the dress, bring the sample, and we can just rework it. And
that's nice.
That's the thing about colours now. Like, you can't pin it all onto one thing.
No, of course.
Because it never goes to plan when you go and get the bridesmaids' dresses.
Yeah. No, I think if you kind of aim for like a tonal palette, kind of a...
Yeah, and shades of.
Yes.
But then from another point of view, like they'll choose a colour and a colour scheme, and then they'll see something on like a new trend that comes out, and they're like, "Oh my god, I want that!
I want that now."
Yeah. It'll all change, and which is nice because we've got the flexibility to sort of give them all the options, which
adapt.
is
we
really
had that
nice.
a lot at the NEC last week, didn't we? People were seeing like our new ranges, and they were like, "Love it," and we have an email saying, "I want to swap," and that's fine.
That's good.
The like wine. Was that a new range?
That's really popular. Yeah.
It was like a wine red. I mean, you
green.
describe it way better than I would ever would.
Yeah, it's like burgundy's greens, but lighter greens than like not so much sage and dark greens. It's a bit lighter. A little bit of blush pink in there. It's really that's been really popular.
But then, like, if we ever do our tour, Wedding House need to
100%. It goes without saying. Sorry, girls, we booked you in already.
Yeah, you're in, by the way.
But then at the other end of the scale, people were like, there was a range that's new in Sophia that's just pure white, and people were like, I just love the elegance of it.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
love the crispness of it. I love the cleanness of it. And people were there's not like one colour that's leading the way. But it was extremely different from pure white to like red and pink together. And that's a real bold colour statement, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you finding couples are going more brighter and being a bit braver with their colour palettes, or
I think so. After like the last couple of years, I would say more so.
And definitely depending if your venue's more relaxed. Like we're finding they're going more brighter with like the teepees and the outdoor venues. Instead of keeping the outdoor venues very green and white, definitely people are being more adventurous.
Yeah, I like that.
Which is nice because it's like personalities coming through, isn't it? There's like people are being braver with it.
Definitely. And do you think colour then is the first place to start? Like if you're trying to decide on your styling,
Yeah, it's a good
yeah,
start
I
point.
think it's a
Yeah. and then come and see you guys and be like, right, is that what they actually do? Do couples actually come? So Katie and I, we're doing this through this season. We are the married couple.
We are the married couple.
So we've called you up. Right, Kate, Amy, help us out. What do we need to do?
Yeah, so I'd say like have a look at our Instagram. It's quite
Yeah.
a good, loads of different colour ranges, that sort of stuff. Get an idea of colour, an idea of the style that you like in terms
Yeah.
of, do you want something more rustic or more modern, or so just a vague idea of the sort of things you like. Maybe come with a few ideas, and then but then we literally have a meeting at the showroom and talk about each area of the venue that you've booked
Nice.
and each room and how you want it to look, and then we could perhaps show you different pieces of that, and then and then it goes from there. But that at that point, we always end the conversation like, this is just like a start. So like, this is just the start of the plan.
Yeah.
The whole, more meetings, more chats, more, mock-ups, that sort of stuff. We create things for them if it's something different to what we've got from the brochure, and we put it all together on the table for them, so they can just.
Yeah,
I bet your
love
showroom's
this.
like,
Yeah,
like
I
you
feel
walk
like
in.
It's
and
so-
you see
so,
some
Laura.
stuff.
Yeah,
we do. Let's go and have a
It's
little
really
nosy.
interesting
Behind
because
the
some people come in, they're quite overwhelmed because there is a lot of choice.
Yeah, I
Some
bet.
people know exactly what they want and they're just like, right, that's what
Yeah.
I'm having. And it's so varied seeing people and how they react. And the biggest thing is just like, you can sort of see people go, oh yeah, it feels real now. I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
I'm getting
yeah.
married.
Yeah, it looks
And
like a
I
wedding.
can,
when they
I
come
can
to your
imagine my
showroom.
wedding day now
Yeah.
because they can sort of see it all coming together, which is really
Yeah.
nice. And you feel a bit like, that's nice. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that. And then things like, obviously it's not just about the colours, it's about like the accessories and stuff too. So what kind of, I guess, advice have you got for that? So how do people know if they're a disco ball couple or a cowboy boot couple?
Disco
or
lesbian.
disco lesbian. Yeah, shout out Oliver. He's getting so many shout outs.
I know.
But yeah, how do they know if they're that, like what kind of vibe is right for them?
I think by the time people come to see us, they've had lots of chats as a couple.
Yeah.
They've looked at so much on Pinterest and so much on Instagram. They sort of already know their route.
Yeah, they've
They,
got an
they
idea.
know their vibe. They know their feel. They know that why they picked that venue.
Yeah,
We don't really like seeing anybody until they've got a venue because we think that's a big factor in decor.
100%.
So when they come to us, they know their venue. They've looked at all their venues' Instagram. They've looked at all of our stuff, and they've got a vibe. And they quite often walk into our showroom and be like, "That's not me. That's not me. That is me."
Right.
And they're drawn. It's like when you go into a shop, isn't it? And there's like dresses
Yeah.
and all that sort of stuff. You straight away know what's your sort of
yeah,
dress.
yeah.
And that's a little
almost,
bit like
yeah.
decor, isn't it?
Yeah,
You
they walk
know.
to a particular part of the showroom and they're like just drawn towards we've got them in like colour areas, so you
Yeah.
can sort of see what's what, and it's quite nice. And then it sort of creates a little talking point for them, and then we'll sort of come and sit down.
Yeah, that's nice. And with things like your arches and stuff, are they always floral based or are they different styles? Like what kind of options are there when it comes to that? If maybe a couple aren't that massive on flowers, but they know they want something for the ceremony space, what kind of options do you have?
Like your rustic wooden arches,
Yeah.
hexagon
Oh, yeah.
arches.
Yes.
Draping is massive
Yeah.
now.
All draping.
love a bit of
lovely.
draping. Yeah,
we love
huge.
some draping.
And you could just have a full draped backdrop statement piece without any flowers if flowers are not your vibe.
Yeah,
so yeah,
that's
draping
lovely.
is massive.
And candles, just like
Ooh,
bit
yeah.
of like twinkly lights.
So
Yeah.
romantic, isn't it? Very Wuthering Heights. I feel
Yes.
like a bit of drapery.
Fairy
Yeah.
lights, all that
that's
sort
really
of.
nice. And then what would you say? So I guess it could be the ceremony arch. I was going to say, what are those items that perhaps if we're looking at more couples who are more budget conscious, what are those items that have got minimum spend, not minimum spend, but the most amount of impact for not having to stretch their budget too much? Would you say
Yeah.
it's something like an arch so you can move it through the venue?
Or maybe repurposing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Could be repurposed.
Yeah, if
Things like even the tall centerpieces. They're really good at adding impact, but you can also use them down the aisle first
Oh,
on
that's
some
a good
plinths.
idea.
So then
Really good idea.
Yeah, it just creates. You've got a lot of floral then, haven't you?
Yeah,
in front of you, which
lovely.
is nice.
height statement, you get them down your aisle, you get them on your tables, arch, and then you know that would be enough to give you the starting point if
Yeah.
you wanted impact without.
That's lovely.
Go
So
for a
height
full-
and statement.
Yeah, that's good. I like
Oh,
that.
that.
They're things that you're going to pick out and remember, aren't they? They're things that you're going to walk into a room and they'll go, wow,
Yeah.
they stand out. And then do you do things like seating plans and stuff like that as well? Or is
No.
that not really your thing? Is that more stationers? Like,
More stationaries, and I think
Yeah.
because that's really intricate and the table plan can change right to the last minute. We do recommend a couple of really good stationers, and quite often we'll work really closely with a few.
nice.
Yeah.
But we can display it all, so we can put your table plan on an easel, dress the easel, dress the frame, the welcome sign, that sort of thing. We do have generic welcome signs. And again, that's a really good area sometimes if people want to DIY as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So people quite often will say, I want you to do all of this, but I'm going to bring my own table plan.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
my own
that's
place
nice.
cards where I've got, cork bottles or something they've made, or tambourines is quite that fine
Yeah, I love
tambourines,
those.
all
Yeah,
that sort of
tambourines
thing.
is it's
Love
really
those.
popular. Yeah,
I had a
Yeah.
bride
Fun.
and groom once who walked into their reception and we got everyone doing the tambourines and they played Eve tambourine and it was
Yeah,
so
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
It was honestly epic. It was in France, that wedding, but it was
We were
amazing.
talking about kazoos the other day, weren't we?
Yes. Oh my God, yes. So one of our, which guest was
I
that?
can't think who it was.
They were over in Wales, weren't they, doing
Yeah.
the wedding?
Oh, Steph.
Ah, yes, that was it.
Is it Steph or not? Or Tasha? Tasha,
And-
illustrator.
And she was saying that they were over in Wales and
Yeah.
she'd done the drawings, but then they had the kazoos.
They came into
And
kazoos
what were
or
they?
something,
Pit,
didn't
but it was
they?
like a Pitbull song, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I feel like adding the instruments, things, and
Yeah.
is instruments something you guys supply or not? Is
No,
that
but
something they
that's
get
like, so
separately?
they might say, I'm going to get some bits off like that off Etsy. I'm going to put their names on them.
Nice.
Then they've got a favour. They've got a name card, haven't they?
Yeah.
And then that's like them adding their personal touch. But then we can make it all look dramatic and
Lovely.
wow and statement. But they've done their little personal touches. So
Love that.
stationery
Yeah.
is one of those ones. It sort of crosses into us a little bit, but
Yeah.
not fully. And it's a good one they want to do themselves, or we can recommend someone to do it
that's
as well.
good. And also, that's another good question. Like, so if you're booking a stylist, what other suppliers need to know that you've got a stylist? So I would say I do. I always
Yeah.
ask on my questionnaires if people have, like, who's their florist, who's their photographer, videographer, and have they got a stylist? Because I want to check with you what's going in the ceremony space, how much room do we need, how much room do I need for the couple to move around, that kind of thing. So I think
Yeah.
that's probably quite good.
And no matter how big or small your booking is with us, we contact every venue that we work with. And we
Great.
say, like, we're coming on Friday, so-and-so's wedding. This is what we're bringing.
Nice.
Have you got any
Yes.
questions?
Yeah.
This is what we think's happening. Is this what you think's happening? And we do that without even, like, consulting the couples or
Yeah.
CCing the
So
couples in.
good.
We just want the venue to know what's coming. They be confident with what's coming. And then obviously we arrange all the setup times and the clearing times. And that's the benefit of really having a stylist is a lot of these venues you can't get in till on the day, which is absolutely not a problem for us. We've got a really good big team, but we'll go there and the bride should be in the bridal suite getting ready. She should be relaxing. And we're up there, setting everything out, styling it, getting it lovely, getting it beautiful. And when guests start to arrive, it's all done.
Yeah,
And the
love
bride
that.
is nowhere to be seen. She's enjoying that moment with
That's
her
what we
besties,
want.
Yeah.
'Cause I've had that a
Delegation.
few times, like the bride or the couple would end up getting pulled from pillar to post. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're like, where do you want this? Or
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a groomsman trying to set it up or
Yeah.
something like that. And it's, it's eating into their time in the morning.
I think that delegation is so key because it helps tick things off out your brain.
Yeah.
So then they don't have to think about it. Pass it on to us, give it to your suppliers, give it to your stylist. They're all sorted then.
Yeah.
They're then not having to be the middleman with the venue and yourselves. You're just taking care of all that. And I think that's the other thing as well. It's one thing wanting to be creative and having a stamp on your wedding day and being like, oh, I'm going to go and set it up. But people, exactly like you say, they don't think of how long it takes to set things
Yeah.
up, but also the morning after.
Clear it
You
all
do
away.
not want to
Yeah.
be waking
No.
up on your first day in married life and thinking, I've got to go and pat down my venue.
Yeah. That's
Things
what.
like
Yeah.
that.
That's the second biggest thing. People do mention that. They're like,
Yeah.
oh gosh, I just don't want to have to clear it all up. Like the
Yeah.
following day, just want to start your married life. and-
Exactly.
Just go off and it's done.
Yeah.
And just know that it's all there. And also I think, like, I don't know if we had this once on the podcast, but it's like actually you walk in then. I think it might have been
Yeah.
when they spoke about,
Valentine.
it was basically the bride was saying she walked in and it felt kind of like a gift to herself because the stylist had done everything. It was what she wanted.
That wow factor.
But she walked in and was like, oh my God, this is, and it was a surprise to her, even though she knew what she was having. It looks obviously completely different on paper in the showroom, like on
And
emails, than it does on the
such
day.
a thing. And I think now
That
because
is.
your wedding is such a thing that you share, it's so public, isn't it? You share it with all your friends, you share it
Yeah.
on social media. Decor is one of those things. I think it is really important, isn't it?
It
Like,
is.
If that's your vibe, then it makes impact.
Yeah, it really does. And what would you say? So, say for the wedding breakfast, so the tables, what are like some essential items in terms of styling, and what things are like optional but make it look incredible?
So you need to have like a nice centerpiece and
Yeah.
some candles to finish, and that the table stationery is obviously important. A nice addition is like nice charge plate, like
Yeah,
coloured
nice.
linens, that kind of stuff. So it's thinking about more.
I love coloured linen. I think it
Oh,
really
yeah,
makes
me too. It makes a real impact again when you walk into that room, doesn't it?
Yeah, when you've got plain white cloths and plain white napkins, it can just look very, it's the standard, isn't it? When
Yeah.
you've got a bit of colour thrown in there, and in fact you want to get the colour in, coloured linen is a really good way of doing it, isn't it?
Definitely.
great. That's
change
really
the whole
good
look
idea.
of your
Yeah.
Absolutely.
wedding breakfast.
Yeah, it takes it away from that kind of corporate eventy feel to actually know this is our day and this is our
Yeah.
our kind of vibe. Okay, so we're going coloured linen. What else did you say? Centerpiece.
Yeah, maybe a charge plate, like glass.
Yeah,
glass
charge
placemat.
plate night.
Yeah.
What about cutlery? What's the big thing with that? Because I know for a while everyone was like, "Oh, I need to have gold cutlery," and a friend of ours said she had sleepless nights the week before. Like, why haven't I put gold cutlery? Like, do you think that's the thing?
It's eased off a little bit.
Has it? Yeah.
And I think when people are seeing this now, when you spend, say, X amount on gold cutlery, within minutes it's gone, isn't it? Because you pick it up and it's gone.
Yeah.
I would say invest that in something that's going to be in the room for the day and the evening.
Such a good idea.
So cutlery is there, yeah, it's that initial photo, but at each course it's gone.
Yeah.
That money you can spend on something else, like maybe something for your evening, like we do some light up letters, or like a photo
neon,
wall, like a flower wall where you can have like selfies and backdrops.
Love that.
Audio guest book, like this. So with that money, I would say you want to use something you can max throughout the whole day.
Totally.
So I do think the gold cutlery is dying down a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. People are maybe being more realistic about
Yes.
it.
Yeah, and I think that
Budget conscious, maybe.
Yeah.
but I think that's one of the things that we are really good at. Like we'll try and show you how you can use your money wisely.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good because that's exactly what you want. Again, like we came back to, it's the first time you've done this. You need to have a bit of hand holding and shown how to do, like you say, maximise your budget. And I remember a wedding that we worked on last year. It was actually Emma from Peggy Sue's.
Yeah.
And she had that incredible white backdrop arch. And then the planner and the team, and I think it might have been your team as well, moved it from the ceremony space to the entrance of the marquee.
Yeah.
Again, such a simple move, but actually that then meant the ceremony space that everyone had moved on from there, they weren't going to go back into that space. Actually, then all the guests walking into the marquee for the wedding breakfast went back through the arch again, appreciated it again.
Yeah.
But then all the evening guests too.
That's what I was going to say, yeah. And then your evening guests have seen that, haven't they?
Yeah.
So it's just repurposing. And a lot of venues will move simple decor from the ceremony to the wedding breakfast, and it can be repurposed.
Definitely. Well, but a lot of the time we do stay on site and arrange that as part of the day to
That's
move
good.
it. Or...
Yeah, I was going to ask that. Do you need to book for your stylist to stay to help move him things?
Yeah,
like
we
that,
make
really?
we factor that into it all. So people know what they can do. And sometimes they're not sure if the venue will do it, or some people say, well, can the groomsmen do it? But ideally, like, we'll come and do it and they can enjoy the day, Yeah.
Be able to soak it up. And what about if somebody's got the same space for either the ceremony and the meal, or the meal and the evening do? What kind of ways, like, how can you make that look different for each part of the day? Have you got any ideas of how you could adapt it a little bit, or add some new simple things to make it look different?
Yeah, I mean, you could obviously, like you're saying, adding lighting, that kind of stuff's really good. That all comes to life in the evening, doesn't it? Like a nice neon sign or a photo wall or something. That's really fun.
But again, that's where I think coloured linen and things would be good, because in your ceremony space, that's not things that are out. Then that's when the venue will flip the room. So then obviously your coloured linen adds that proper colour.
Yes.
Because sometimes as well, people just decide to keep their ceremony room quite neutral. They don't have that colour so much in their ceremony because they don't want the bridesmaid's dress colour to be given away so easily.
Yeah.
So sometimes they might go quite white, or something quite neutral in your ceremony.
Yeah, especially like if they were dressing the aisle chairs, they might go for white in that room.
Yeah.
But then in the reception, they'll do their like the sage green or pink or something like that, and have more colour coming through.
Yeah.
Because then it just looks a bit more timeless for the ceremony, but then adds a bit more colour. And
I like that. That's such a good point, actually, because I think that, like, quite often, like, I normally get to a ceremony 60, 90 minutes before. So once I'm set and done all my ceremony stuff, I'm going to have a little sneak peek and see all the styling. And actually, like you say, there'll be hints of it in the ceremony space, but I'll go through to the breakfast room and be like, oh my god, this looks incredible. Like, and it is, I think it's making those moments throughout the day, isn't it? It's like adding that element of surprise.
Yeah, definitely. It's just what each couple's comfortable with as well, and it's just finding out how
then, we do have some bits that we do for evening, so things like our LED dance floor, and that is still really popular.
Oh yeah, I love that.
And that can make a really dark venue look amazing.
Yeah.
The photo opportunities, and depending on how much planning you put into it, like sometimes you can have it just left white and then get the DJ to turn it on at the first dance.
Nice, I like that.
It's quite a statement. And sometimes people say, oh, I've seen that before, but I think lighting is really, really important.
It really is. And actually, like you say about the dark venue, we had a really, really dark wood in our reception room. And actually, we had a light up dance floor, and it made such a difference to the evening do, because actually then all of a sudden there was a focal point in the middle of the room. People knew where the dance floor was. Like, it was quite a big room, but all quite dark around the edges. And then actually it was great, and the photos looked really good because, like you say, it was lit up and things like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's good.
And you want to get people in the dance floor.
You do.
You?
You want to be like, here it is, light it up, guys.
And if you use the same room, the floor would come in after the wedding breakfast.
Yes.
So again, that's
another
totally
nice
transforms
transform.
it, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really
Okay, so
are.
we've spoken about them. We've spoken about the reception styling. We've spoken about the evening. What about ceremony? I know we've mentioned arches, but what else? What things can people think about for styling their ceremony?
So you can do, obviously, dress the aisle chairs. That's a nice way to do the aisle. It adds a bit of colour
That's nice.
without having to do all the chairs, especially if
Yeah,
you've got
yeah.
2 rooms to dress. Cost effective wise, a lot of people just go for the end.
That's
adds a bit
good.
of colour.
How are you dressing them? What are you using?
Like chiffon
Oh,
or
yeah, nice.
satin bows,
Nice.
ribbon, flowers.
Lovely.
Nice.
Yeah, candles on the floor, flowers on the floor. Flowers are becoming popular for us,
Yes,
aren't
they're
Yeah.
Sort of arrangements of flowers that can be like popped, even like a mix of those and some candles is nice. Depending on
Nice.
the time of the year, outside weddings is nice to have the flowers.
Yeah.
But again, they can be repurposed and put like around the signage, cakes.
Yeah, that's good.
Afterwards, so again, reuse everything. That's our advice. Ceremony table flowers go on your top table.
Yeah, lovely.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's good. And I think as well, if you're having candles, I always think it's good to allow a bit of space the other end of the rows and people walk around that way, because the amount of
Yes.
times that they've had candles
Oh.
styling up the middle
Yeah.
and people come
Knocked it
walking and they're
over.
not looking, they're knocking them over. So actually, if you're going to have your candles and your flowers and things, just allow a bit of space the other side, and I can invite people, or the groomsmen or whatever can invite people to walk out
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
outside in,
Yeah.
rather than ruining that beautiful light.
I love
What about
that.
runners? Are people
Yeah.
still having runners?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Mm,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
That can I think that can really change the look of the aisle.
definitely.
And people really like a runner outside, because
Oh,
the worst thing
on
I
the
think a bride fears is
carpet.
like,
stacking
look,
it.
is there going to be pebbles on the floor? Is,
Yes.
is it the grass going to be uneven?
Yes,
Especially in
heels
heels.
in the
Yeah.
grass. Yeah,
Yeah.
you need those little stoppers on your
So
end of your
actually,
heels.
a carpet aisle outside
Yeah, nice.
can give that bit of a reassurance that it's one surface. Once you're on it, you sort of know where you're going.
Yeah.
And one of the best jobs is kicking people off it before the start of the ceremony.
Yeah.
Do not touch that carpet.
Is that you?
we get asked that a lot.
Move
Will
off
my
the
carpet
carpet.
still be white by the time I
Yes.
walk down it? It's like, yes, it will.
Yes, we'll make sure nobody's on it.
Yeah.
No.
How
like,
do you do
water
that?
on the
Just
rug.
like cling wrap it or something?
We get through a lot of carpets,
Yeah. I think.
and we're vaxing forever.
Oh my god, I bet you are. I bet when they
Vaxing
come
those
back.
carpets outside.
Oh
from
my
forever.
Max,
God.
do you want to sponsor?
Yeah, that's
Wedding
it.
house- Wedding house.
That's what they
It's so
need. Yeah,
true, it's
free
so
vax
true.
for life.
Yeah.
But that is the thing. I think there's a few different ways. One, you can actually ask people, can't you? So just
Yeah.
in the ceremony, oh, could you stay off the aisle? Can you go around the other side? But also, what I've seen some of my couples do is they put, like the linen banners with their like names or wedding date on. Put that at the end of the aisle,
Oh.
right up until
Until
the
it's
time
time.
for people to sit,
That's
and then
a good
people sit down.
idea.
Then you move it out the way, and then the aisle's clear.
Yeah.
Especially if you're having white, I guess that is, isn't
Yeah.
it? But
Yeah.
do people have all different colours for the carpets? Does it
Not
tend to
really.
be white?
Yeah.
White, and then you do
Yeah.
your colour on your chairs.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah, I
Or
like
petals. Petals is nice, and then you
Oh,
could. Some people do
yeah.
coloured petal if they want a bit of colour down the aisle
Oh,
on the
that's
floor. That's quite nice
lovely.
without having to add too much flour. Just
Yeah,
have a
that's
few feet,
nice.
yeah.
that. Yeah, I like that. So outside styling then, what's the difference? Like if you're having an outside ceremony, do you need completely different styling? Like how does that work?
Most of it was still similar sort of setup, depending on what's at the end. Some venues have got like a pagoda or something that we
Yes.
could dress, or
Yeah.
a frame, so we can work with that. But a lot of the time we have an arch out there, a nice little backdrop, especially if it's an open space. And then you can still have your aisle carpet, chairs, flowers. Maybe not so much candles and lanterns in
Yeah,
the
'cause the
sunshine,
wind,
because it
yeah.
might not be as effective. But still, yeah. And then equally, that can all be, if there's a backup plan for wet weather or something, then that they can all be moved inside. And
That's good. Because that's the thing. So say you get to a wedding and it's typical English, summer's day where we might get a shower. How late do you guys leave it before you start the
Yeah.
styling? Like how do you work around that? It must be a minefield.
We're quite led by the venue, aren't we?
Yeah.
We have to sort of work around the registrars, and
Yeah.
a lot of it does depend on that. But we'll always be as late as we can, just
Yeah.
to try and give that couple, because a lot of the venues are very flexible. They're like, let's just give it another half an hour. 'cause
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
sure this is going to clear, and
Yeah.
then we can get everything. And we can certainly get stuff set up and then just quickly pop it out, can't we?
And are you guys like the team at the halftime show of the Super Bowl where you're all like in, go, 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 like get it all done?
I remember this one wedding, and I remember it so clearly. It was the same weekend as my wedding anniversary. It was at Wood Norton. Do you remember this couple?
Yes.
She was beautiful, lovely
Yes.
bride, and she really was adamant that she wanted her ceremony outside.
Oh yeah, there's a big lawn out
So,
there, isn't
yeah.
there? And that bit that overlooks all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we set the arch outside. We could see her up in the bridal suite. She gave us away.
Aw.
The registrars arrived. No, it's got to go inside. The weather. So we got the arch down, back inside. Then the sun comes back out.
Oh no!
And the whole morning, I think I did 4 or 5 trips across the lawn with this arch.
In and out.
And at the end of the day, it was really what the bride wanted. We wanted to fulfil
course.
what she wanted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
The registrars are obviously thinking it's raining, that sort of thing. But 5 times later, we got the ceremony outside.
Sounds
She did
chaos.
it, yeah.
It was like a comedy sketch. Like,
Yeah.
like the people were sat having their breakfast, checking out the hotel, and they must have thought either I was doing some weight training or it was an absolute joke. Like,
Taking
as
the
in-
steps in that day.
yeah,
God.
like this it was all white wedding arch going back and forth across this
That's
storm.
so funny.
But at the end of the day, it's what the bride wants.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
you can make it happen,
Absolutely.
right to the last minute, and it was.
Yeah.
It was minutes to go, and the
And-
sun just. It was that moment that the sun just came back
Oh.
out for her.
Beautiful. It's like, it's like they know. The weather
That
gods
sausage.
know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
bury those sausages. But I do think if you are having an outside ceremony with a lot of decor, I think you definitely need to have a stylist. Don't do that yourself
Yeah.
because exactly like you say, it's
Who's
that
gonna
wedding
do that?
contingency.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
guys are quick and you know what you're doing. You can get it done quickly. I've had quite a few ceremonies like, last summer where they were on and off. So we'd wait to the last minute, but then you've got groomsmen carrying chairs out. You've got groomsmen wiping chairs with towels and they run out of towels. Then there's
Yeah.
not enough flowers and the flowers are falling off the plinths because it's windy and it's like, oh my God. Whereas you guys know exactly what you're doing. You can get it done quick and slick.
And that is definitely the concept that Amy and her team in the sales office will always never show you anything you can't have inside and outside.
Yeah.
That's
So
nice.
we are
I
confident
like that.
with most of the venues we work with that what you book with us for the inside, you can have in the outside, or vice
Right.
versa.
Yeah, that's
And
good.
most of that you can repurpose throughout the venue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. We know which venues will move things where and where you could have it, where
That's
it fits.
great.
It fits nicely outside.
Yeah.
And yeah, the venue knowledge is really important. I think.
I was just going to say, I think that's what really sets you guys apart. Like the fact that you've got that working relationship with your venues, but the different packages even, like, because you know what looks good at that venue.
yeah.
And yeah, the couple can still put their own stamp on it and make sure that it's their wedding and not a cookie cutter wedding. But you know what parts of that venue look really good with styling.
And that's
Yeah.
the thing with our packages, even though there's like a checklist, I think we should almost refer to it as a checklist because you can have any of our designs, bespoke stuff. Our packages are just there as a checklist. So
Yeah, that's good.
still look totally unique.
Yeah.
But yeah, like jokes aside, I reckon we could probably tell you every venue carpet from like a swatch.
I love
Yeah.
that. Right, okay. I wish we'd known this before. I'd have done a-
couldn't we?
I've
Like,
done a quiz.
Yeah.
like sometimes people are like, oh, that's so and so, that's so and so, oh, that's so and so's like carpet. We know these venues inside out. We go all the time.
Yeah.
We know the best way to unload. We know the best access.
Yeah.
We know what time we can get in.
You know what time people are there from, and
Yeah.
You know,
and that's
this-
and the nice thing is they know us as well. They know
That's
they know
nice.
who's come in, and they know
Yeah,
that
that's
we'll
nice.
leave it tidy. And
You know, I'm going to turn this into a game now. At every one of my weddings this summer, I'm going to send you a photo of the carpet and be like, right,
Where am
girls,
I?
guess where
Yeah,
am
I
I?
can't wait.
Yeah.
This
We're
will
like,
be
we
so
know this
good.
one. We
Yeah.
know this one.
We'll get you back on for a Christmas special.
Yeah.
Check out my rug.
Like wallpaper or carpet swatches. We're like,
Yeah.
who does this belong to?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That is so, so good. Amazing. And then what about in terms of trends? What are your guys' thoughts on trends? Because obviously, especially with a stylist, if you are booking them quite far in advance, is it a good idea to follow a trend or not? What do you guys think?
I feel really passionate about this because, yeah, obviously there's going to be trends all the time. There's going to be colours changing all the time. But my biggest thing is you've got to be so true to yourself.
Yeah.
Like we follow trends. We bring in new ranges based on trends. Of course we do. We're a style company. We're going to keep up with trends.
Of course.
We do tons of styled shoots. Some of our style shoots have been pinned so many times. But I think it's about taking a trend and making it your own. And being
Yeah.
really true to yourself, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a bit like
Definitely.
theming, like we get it, don't we? People come in and say, "Oh, I'm a massive so and so fan," or
Yeah.
Bridgerton was
Yeah,
one we worked on together, didn't we? A
Yeah.
style shoot, and you did Bridgerton theme. You
Yeah.
did one look was pink and orange, and the other was Bridgerton, the blues.
Yes.
And that was gorgeous, but I think quite easily be interpreted in different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can. Yeah.
but if you have like a secret Disney fan or a Harry Potter fan and all
Yeah.
those sort of things, or they met through a film or they met through something.
We've done a few like Beauty and the Beast type things as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Beauty and
Yeah.
the Beast, like little random.
Yeah.
But it's nice because a lot of people will bring it subtly through their like stationery, so it's not
Nice.
too much.
Yeah.
Or some people would like it like a bit more themed, but it's,
Yeah.
yeah, go for it. Like, don't be shy. Yes, you're doing it once, aren't you? You know,
Because it doesn't need to be a full themed wedding, does it?
No,
Like you say, Harry
not at all.
Potter. If you're a Harry Potter fan, it doesn't mean you need to have broomsticks and
No.
wands. Like
No.
you can just have hints to
It could just be
different
your table
things.
names or anything.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
they had a Friends one, and they were really good Friends really big Friends fans, and they had a welcome sign at the entrance. It was like the one where so
Oh, I
and
love
got
that.
married. Yeah.
That's nice.
And then you know, then don't you? You don't have to do
Yeah.
too much, but it's just little bits. You're like,
Little
"Oh."
nod to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good. Because I think that's the thing. I say it to my couples all the time where I'm like, right, we're making this ceremony about you because it's your day. So what are we going to say that represents you? And it's the same. What are you going to have? What styling are you going
What's
to
your
have that
styling gonna
represents
do?
you?
Yeah, to
It's not
represent.
just, oh, let's pick a colour that looks good at this venue. It's like, no, what's your favourite colour, or what's your favourite theme, or what's meaningful to you?
Oh, I find myself in the consultations as well. The couples are like, I was like, what about your top table? Like, it's really important. You know, it's going to be lots of photos. They're like, oh, I don't want anyone to look at me. No,
Oh,
we're not going to focus on the top table. I was
Yeah.
like, no, like you have to like spend time with this. You know, this
Yeah.
it's really important. They're like, oh no, if anything, like I wouldn't have a top table. Like, you know,
Oh, yeah.
just
That's
really
big,
like they
but
don't want all
people
the.
can feel like that.
Yeah,
Don't they?
it's not for some people. It's not about that. It's making the whole room look nice. and
Yeah.
they didn't want the attention and stuff. But
Absolutely.
yeah.
And I guess as well with the top table, that's where they're going to sit. So they need to like how it looks. So
Yeah.
actually it is more important, because it's like, well, that's your seat.
Yeah.
And it's a focal point for speeches.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it is definitely.
Exactly. Right, so Katie, what's for our wedding then? What's our favourite film? What do we love? What do we go and see at the cinema on our first date? Can you remember, my darling?
Was it Bridesmaids?
Yeah, okay. Imagine that's what we loved if we came in and we were like, right, let's
Love
say Bridesmaids and Hey Barbie.
Hey Barbie.
The Barbie
yeah.
film with Margot Robbie. They were
Yeah,
our
I
two.
kind of feel like that's our vibes.
Okay, Barbie was our first date. So how would you
you've gotta go
take
pink,
that?
haven't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a hot pink.
I'm
and-
there for
Okay,
pink. It's my
colourful.
favourite colour.
Yes, amazing.
Yeah, it's just really fun vibes. I
Yes.
think it's disco balls, and I think
Disco
of fun.
balls.
Yeah.
Love it.
Should we play a little game?
Yeah, go on.
Should we give them like a theme of like, I don't know, Californian sunset,
Oh,
and then you tell us what ranges or
yes.
something you'd kind of,
Okay, yeah, I like
or
that.
what you'd do to like help with like styling. Should we
Okay,
try
so
that?
so should we
Or
start with the
should-
Harry Potter one, because you mentioned it, but we didn't talk about what you
Yeah.
might have. So if we love Harry Potter, what would
What-
you
yeah.
go for?
And with your ranges, which one would you?
I'd probably say something like candelabras.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Oh, I like that.
And you could maybe have like napkins in the colour of the houses or something. like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, that's
that's a good
cool.
idea.
Oh, yeah, love that.
Or if you don't want to go for that sort of colour direction, then you need to go like your stationery as Harry
Yeah.
Potter.
yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
The font, you know,
Nice.
that
The
kind of
font,
thing.
yeah, the font's a big thing.
The,
Lightning
the
bolts
table
everywhere.
names, that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Okay, that's good.
What about Arizona sunset?
Oh,
Oh,
Arizona.
so like oranges.
Yeah.
oh, nice.
Oranges
Warm
and
colours,
pinks
sands.
and things like that. We've got a
Yeah,
new
lovely.
range actually called the Tilly range, haven't we? That's really worked well. It's similar to what was at your the Lodders Barn shoot.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice, and maybe some softer pink draping and that kind. Maybe some
Ooh,
candles.
yeah, I like that.
Nice.
I like that. Okay, Wuthering Heights. I'm a Wuthering Heights bride. What are you doing for me?
Oh, well, actually, even though these have been big films, they haven't transpired lots into
no,
big
No.
maybe
decor.
not.
Like Bridgerton's been huge, massive fans. We all love it.
Yeah.
We've done a few styled shoots. It's not been as big as we necessarily thought.
No,
But I don't
really?
think it's because it's quite dramatic.
Yeah, that's
Isn't
true.
it?
Maybe too much.
Maybe too much.
Yeah.
Mm.
But if I was going for that, I'd probably go for a lot of draping.
Yeah, definitely.
Lot of texture.
Yeah, lovely.
Maybe even like textured tablecloths or textured napkins. That sort of
What
like
texture can you get on a tablecloth?
like florally, you know, like
Yeah.
a florally sort of
I love
pattern.
this.
There's some
Kind of
lovely
vibes.
ones.
Yeah, like you see,
Blue and
Didn't even think of that.
and you're seeing the wedding dresses, aren't you, with that sort
Yes.
of texture to them.
I had a few brides last year who had floral ones, and they looked absolutely gorgeous and just so different. And again, so them.
Yeah.
Like they would just really, stand out, but just look really, really lovely.
what about like 007?
Oh yeah,
Black and
James.
white.
Yeah, James
Yeah.
Bond wedding. Oh, black
Yeah.
and
Black
white.
tux and
Black
yeah.
dinner, isn't it? Black
Yeah.
tie.
Yes.
And black and white has been popular, hasn't it?
Really
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah, monochrome.
Yeah.
Right, final one, Star Wars. If I'm Star Wars fans, what are you doing?
Well, you got to get married on the 4th of May.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's so
True.
true. Actually, so that would predetermine what year probably. If people are like, "Oh, I don't want to do
It's a
early
Monday.
weekdays." Yeah, exactly.
But that's okay, isn't it? Because people are getting married all day, so you've got to go for the 4th
Yeah.
of May.
Honestly, I've got more weekday weddings this year than I have weekends.
It's definitely
which
changing.
is below my mind, and I love it. I'm so here for it. I'm here for the weekday weddings. But yeah, it's crazy. Like this year, I feel like so many more couples are embracing weekdays. And I also think if someone doesn't love you enough to take a day off work for your wedding, they shouldn't be there.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
I think weekday weddings for the win.
But again, when you're about theming, a lot of people were saying to us as well at the National Wedding Show, things like, I was going to get married abroad, but it doesn't work for my family. We'll bring the abroad here. Like, let's do the lemons. Let's do the greenery.
Yeah, we've done a few
Yeah.
sort of Santorini
Really-
vibe, haven't we?
Yeah, or
Like,
Italian or
Yeah.
Italy, yeah,
Yeah.
I love that,
That.
with the lemons.
Oh yeah, gorgeous.
Sicily, that sort of thing. So, yeah, and
Yes.
you can bring that sort of look here as well, or if that's where you got engaged. And
Yeah.
Oh, that's
the
so
holiday
nice.
destinations, but because of family and older relatives, and it's really important to have people there.
Yeah.
People are like, I looked at it, but it's just not for me. I like it doesn't logistically work for me.
So
Then bring it here,
That's such a good idea.
and that's how you can do like your styling. Yeah.
Oh, I
So yeah,
love
so
that.
really, if you are actually stuck on colour palette, maybe look at like where you got engaged or what around that time, or when you met or something like that, and kind of go from there.
Yeah, because that is the thing. It is hard when you sit down with your partner as well, especially if you've got very different tastes, to go, right, what colour are we going to have? It's really hard.
Or you do secretly see, or when people start talking about their colour theme, that a lot of the time they go for something quite similar to their house decor, don't they?
A lot of people turn up with what they're wearing, and I go, well, what's your colour scheme? And they're like, olive green, and they're wearing it.
They're wearing it because they naturally love it.
That happens quite a lot.
Oh
and I'm
my
like,
God.
it's funny that, you're wearing that colour. And they're like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or like people are saying, oh, like mocha, and I've just done my lounge in like mochas and browns and
There you
nudes.
go.
And actually, the colours are transpiring in lots of elements of their
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
That makes so much
Their
sense.
clothing, their home,
Yeah.
their sort of, it's not just their wedding.
Yeah.
It's
Live
obviously
the
it's
colour,
the colour,
breathe
it's
the
they
colour,
love.
eat the
That's
colour.
good, because that means they're choosing something that they
Yeah.
honestly really like. Yeah.
And I think that's what's most important, isn't it?
Yeah.
Choose what you like, and it's never going to go out of style. Like, you're going to look back on your wedding. Like, even now, I laugh about some of the awful things I did myself, like the cardboard backing for signs, as in, like, cardboard from a box that you'd moved house with. Honestly, I would never show you girls because I'd be so embarrassed. But, like, things like that, I used to back bits of paper. But all of it were things that I liked, like, still probably the colours that I use in my brand now, like the pinks and the greens.
Yeah,
and
we
stuff.
had burgundy, and I mean,
There you go, look.
right, burgundy bag, and I'm burgundy, aren't I, with my branding as well.
And it's like, actually, because we love them, I say we, it probably is the royal we, it's more me. But yeah, and our kitchen's green now, and we had a lot of green in our wedding. So yeah,
Yeah.
maybe the house thing does make
It
sense.
does. When people start talking to you and they say things, you think, oh yeah, that's why you like that.
I like
colour.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Oh,
nice.
quick questions just come into my head, thinking about the house thing. Pets. Do people involve their pets with their styling? Or is that more stationary thing?
I think that's more like sometimes they say, have you got any flowers we can just put on the
Yeah,
collar
like
and
for the
oh,
collar.
cute. Oh, that's
Yeah.
But
nice.
they've
that's
already
nice.
in their head mentally worked out what they're dressing their dog in.
Yeah, that's it. They already
Yeah.
know.
The dog's in the tux.
Yeah, because I've definitely seen things like I had a couple last year and they had a cat and the bar was named after the cat, so it was like, I don't know.
Oh, I've
Percy's
seen a
bar,
lot of
that
like
kind of thing.
table names, things like
Yeah,
that. Where
that's
they name
it.
them after pets and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or photos of the dog over like in different tables. And
Oh,
stuff.
that's cute. Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh, awesome. Right, well, I think that's probably it for
Yeah,
questions from us.
us.
Even though we could probably go on for another hour because it's just so much to talk about.
So it's time for Toss the Bouquet.
Yes, it is.
And this season's bouquet is sponsored by Petal Wild, wildly romantic, effortlessly editorial, everlasting in silk.
Beautiful. These are gorgeous flowers and they're going to be tossed by
This will
our
be
bride.
This is being thrown at you. Who wants to catch it? Amy?
Looks like it.
Right, here we go, Amy.
Yay.
Yay. Well done. She got it.
So tucked in the bouquet, there'll be a question from last week's guest
Oh yeah.
somewhere.
The suspense.
I
know.
know. Kills us every
I
week.
love this bouquet. Though.
Me
It's
too.
Okay, so whose wedding post, present or future would you like the opportunity to cater for with your product?
Oh, that's good.
Ooh.
Oh, that is
Who
a
are you
good
styling
question.
for?
We want to do Taylor Swift's wedding.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tay-Tay.
Yeah, come on. Give him a call,
Gosh,
Tay-Tay.
yeah, that would be incredible, wouldn't it?
God, that would be good.
That'd be all your disco balls, wouldn't it?
I was going
Yeah.
to say, what
Cowboy
would you do
boots.
for her based on the life of the showgirl?
Or is she gonna go like more like whimsical, like English garden theme with
That
her?
was the proposal, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
of flowers. Yeah,
Lots of
Taylor Swift would
florals.
be a great one. That'd be fun.
I mean, to top the engagement would be like mega, wouldn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
would be so good.
Who else?
When is that wedding?
Yeah,
Well,
we don't know yet.
speculation. They're saying maybe June this year.
Oh my God.
We don't know, do we?
Let's keep an eye out. Still time, girls. Still
yeah,
time.
Yeah.
Be a bit of a
else?
last minute
Or
one,
who
but get
else?
in there.
Anyone else? Who would you do? Who would you want to do?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think someone that actually is getting married.
Anyone big got engaged
Past or
recently?
present?
Could be
No.
past though, yeah.
Or future.
I feel like I would say you girls would have done a better job at the Beckham's wedding. You know,
Yeah.
the-
Oh,
Yeah, I was going to say like
Yeah.
someone from the royal family. That'd be
Yeah.
amazing.
100%,
But,
yeah. they had those
Like-
big gold.
Was she in purple? Was he in purple?
Yeah, they were both in purple, matching.
Oh, they
purple.
were. Yeah.
Yeah, they were in purple, and then they had
Their
the big
thrones,
gold
didn't they?
I mean,
thrones
the
and things
fruit
like that.
element of their wedding was that fruit. So we went out to a really cool conference in Vegas last year, didn't we?
Yes.
All about weddings.
Mm.
It's like weddings on steroids. It
Yeah.
was fab, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we got recommended it by someone else. We went out for the week, and they were saying fruit was going to be massive on trend.
Yes.
It's a little bit on trend, but no one's really done it. But the Beckhams did it like years ago. Did
Did they? Did they have it at their
they had
wedding?
like fruit everywhere, apples.
Did
and,
they?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
See what goes around comes around.
There
Yeah,
you
so
go,
it probably
VB.
is meant to come back round, isn't it? But it hasn't yet.
And there was one I did last year. They had the lemons, but they used grapes as well. That was really cool.
Yeah.
They looked really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice colours.
Do you guys think that, like, as for England as a country, we follow on from other countries like the US? Do you feel like they're a bit ahead with trends? Or do you
Well,
think it's just
when we went to Vegas, we weren't as far behind as we thought we were we? So we
Okay.
were intrigued to learn, but we were actually realised that we were, not too far behind. I think Australia is a little bit further ahead as well.
Yeah,
So
they
you say
seem
you
to
watch
be
Married at
really
First
on
Sight,
it.
you feel
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. Of
But I
course.
think quite often I've seen you girls do something, and then all of a sudden, a few months later, it's everywhere. I feel like
The
you
good
guys
thing
always
is
do
that
it first.
Kate's
Yeah.
really good at this. Obviously, as the owner, she's really good at like letting all the team embrace like new
Yeah.
ideas, as well as like. And then we've got one of our stylists, Nina, who follows trends massively, and
Does she?
she's
Yeah.
she's always researching different things, and she has a bit of like creative like.
She was
leeway.
a window dresser.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
So it's in
She's
her.
got a
it's
good
in-
eye.
In a-
She's
yeah.
just
Yeah.
So she's had to play with things, and the other team have as well. But the good thing is Kate will just be like, right, this is your shoot, go and have a play with it, and then obviously it's not just come from nowhere. They do their research and stuff, but
Yeah.
we try new things, and then
Yeah.
because we do try new things, and people are like, oh yeah, that looks really good, or that colour looks good with that, and it's just having the
And that's really lovely.
Having a
Kate,
play.
that you give your team that opportunity to do that, and say this is the theme. You run with it.
Yeah, I like that.
they own
Extend
it then, and
the
it
creative
does,
flair,
yeah.
doesn't it?
And they
Yeah.
feel like they're like, oh yeah, and they're
Yeah,
really
I'm gonna
chuffed
go
when
for
it
it.
when it goes
Oh,
round.
it does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And that's one of the things I think I accept, like, as stylists, like what I wear or like is in clothes, not what everyone else. And we're all very different, aren't we? We're all individuals, and that is what styling is. So our team is made of a lot of different personalities.
I like that.
And
Yeah.
that's really good because we can all bring something different to the table.
Yeah,
in
that's
terms
really
of colour
nice.
and style and decor. So it is really good, and that's why style shoots are really good. And
Yeah.
inspirational posts and blogs, really good for couples looking at decor, because you can just go through those and read and look, and you'll get a real good feel of what you like.
Yeah, that's really good. I like that. How do you match a stylist with a couple?
Well, it's not so much. It's like a stylish match with a couple, is it? Like the first bit, you'd only ever see our sales team. There's 3 in the sales team.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's more like we just channel into what you're thinking,
Yeah.
and then it's from an operational side. So when I'm doing the setup days, I'll put people who I think, oh, that's their vibe, or
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
that's their
that's
venue,
really
or
nice.
I like that.
that's their sort of look. And
That's good if they know the venue as well. That's good.
yeah, and then when the bride and groom have sometimes said, oh, whatever you think, be a bit more flexible.
Yeah.
I'll put someone that I'll know will just be a little bit more like,
Yeah.
I'm willing to that. And then someone that's been like very much like, I want it specifically like this.
Yes.
Specifically my brief, and is specifically that location. I'll give you someone who I know is very specific about this
Particular with
Yeah.
detail. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
And so maybe it is sometimes we do match it at the operational side when we're setting up the
That's
days.
good. And what would you say is like I'm sorry, I know we're meant to be done with the questions, but there's
Sorry.
so much to know from you guys. I love it. What would you say is like your most important tip for a couple who when it comes to styling? What's the most important thing to do? Think about. You can do one each if you want, if that helps.
I
know
think
it's
it
probably hard.
comes back to what Kate was saying. Like, yeah, make sure it's true. Make sure you're really happy with what you're having. Make sure you're true to yourself. Like, don't try and be someone you're not. Like,
I like
don't
that.
try and just impress just be on Instagram. Just
Yeah.
you want to look back on it, don't you? In like 15 years, 20 years
Yeah.
time, be
Yeah.
like, oh, still love it. Yeah,
Best day ever.
Because
Yeah.
couples
Good.
do basically save and pay a lot of the wedding themselves now.
Mhm.
It's a
Mhm.
big slog, isn't it, getting that wedding?
It
And
is.
It's your day, isn't it? And
Yeah.
you just got to be free and
Be yourself.
yeah. I mean, try not to listen to those too many people. And
No, exactly.
yeah. But equally, there is that tip as well. Like, yeah, like don't be afraid to like put a bit of decor in if you're not sure. Like, go for it, because you probably look back and you might regret it that you didn't
Yeah.
like spend a bit of money on that. I don't know, just like some people are like budget conscious and that kind of stuff, but it can add a lot to your wedding, can't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. It's funny because I work in weddings now, but when I got married, I didn't. And there's so much I do differently
Yeah,
now.
same.
I know, like, honestly. But I also
Yeah.
do feel for couples a little bit now, because it's like there's so much choice.
Yeah.
And there's so much information out there. It must be so hard to make a choice on anything.
but that is how we help you.
yeah,
And,
that's so
and
good.
that's how Amy will streamline it down, and we'll go through it all with you. And that's why, if you're not even sure, consultations with any stylist, not just us, should or are free. And it's a really good chance. And we don't have a minimum spend. And
that is really good.
Yeah,
because you get a lot that do. So that is really good.
You've got to start somewhere. And I think that's one of the things for us. If you're not sure, come for a styling consultation. It's relaxed. It's free. Amy tries to get them a bit drunk on the prosecco.
I love this.
Love this.
You can tell the difference as well. Like when you're like daytime and they've still got stuff to do, they always go for a tea. But a Sunday afternoon, they're like, "Oh, you got prosecco."
I don't know. I find it. I like this. I like the weekend appointments. So yeah,
it's more fun. But I feel like that's what I say to couples at wedding fairs too. I'm like, don't rush it. If you haven't booked your venue yet, give it a little while. Just go and enjoy. Drinking prosecco, eating cake, getting spoiled. Everyone's really nice to you,
and it's nice. They bring in their parents or their bridesmaids, and it's like a little outing. And
soak it up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, absolutely. Right. So if people want to find you, where can they find you guys?
Well, online,
Yeah.
Instagram, social media. We're based in Droitwich, but we travel.
Yeah.
Perfect. So what do they need to look for?
Just type in the Wedding House and we'll come up.
The Wedding House,
Yeah.
And that's all your Instagram handles and everything. The Wedding House.
Wedding House Droitwich.
Wedding House.
Yeah.
But if you go on Google and type it in, you'll find us. And our website, we've done loads of work on that last year. We filtered it down to venues and packages at venues and styles and blogging, and we're still going on that. It's a big task.
Oh, so good.
Websites they take forever, don't they?
Oh yes. But it's all done for you, and I think that is definitely the thing that you learn. The further you get into your wedding planning process, just let your suppliers take stuff on for you.
Yeah.
Because we're more than happy to. That's what we're here for. And actually, it will make the whole thing less stressful.
And we can do as much or as little as they want.
Yeah, definitely. We have got an element of that we are helping as well in terms of like on the day coordination and planning and all that sort of stuff now as well. So if you're really unsure, then there's just stuff we can help with.
And we're finding people like that because we've done so much of it. Like we've been there. So
Yeah. That's so good. Amazing. Thank you, guys.
Thank you
so much.
Wedding Whispers?
Yeah, let's finish with Wedding Whispers.
Well, so again, this week we're going to do a TikTok unhinged story.
Oh, yeah, I like this.